Hey, what's happening, y'all? Welcome to my lab, Livingroom Johnston. That's who I be. Dig it. My primary is literature. Secondary, writing. Writing's the first. Second, I like painting. Selling paintings, selling books, doing sketches, and paying the bills doing that. I tell you right now, it's not something easy to do. It's a decision where one has no choice but to dedicate their lives to it. Once the choice is made, unless you'll just go broke, and hence you'll be a starving artist. Oh well. This right here is my latest novel, titled I Don't Want to Think About It Right Now. And I'll give you a little excerpt. I'll start at chapter 4. The title of this chapter is Blessing or Tragedy. The Wednesday crowd consisted of regulars, people that had become pickled to where they actually thought they were friends. I said a few hellos to a few people I knew not what names they told through sour days, nights. Cynthia took it the same way I did. We saw one another, said hi, and kept on with the booze. No strings attached. Luther walked in. He saw I was standing at the bar and walked over. "What'd it be, Luther?" I asked. Luther was a carpenter. He worked and sipped his stress from glassfuls at the black bar like everyone else did. He was around my height with a similar build. We stood taller than most of the black bar's patrons. Luther didn't have to order his drink. Dwayne already knew what most of the motherfuckers who went there drank. He placed Luther's mixed drink on the napkin. "Shit," said Luther. "Same shit, different day." "Yeah, I reckon," I agreed. I mentioned my trip to the museum. Luther said he needed to go check it out before they took it down. He knew a lot about Basquiat, about the madness the brother experienced during his artistic endeavors. "Speaking of madness," Luther shouted, "you seen the news?" "Nah, I ain't been in the crib much lately. Been out drinking," I said. I raised a half-full pint glass. Luther laughed and did the same, although inside, neither one of us had shit to laugh about. "Really though," said Luther, "some crazy shit went down in Midtown last night." "What?" I asked. I hoped the words that came out of Luther's mouth would bring a situation I really wanted no part of to an end. "Look," Luther insisted. He raised his drink in the direction of the television screen behind the bar. Words went across the bottom of the screen in captions, a video clip of Tango being arrested, with a shirt covering his head. Apparently, Susan, Roscoe's rib that presented a foul walk-off situation, was not only caught up with Tango. She had been secretly flatbacking with a police officer that got coked up after hours at the joint Tango was running. Tennessee Red probably knew all what went down in this joint. Roscoe was dear to him. Cats in that circle had weird ways of protecting one another. The police officer got down into it with Tango. He pistol whipped the shit out of Tango. The gun went off, killing him, not Tango. Tango was charged with manslaughter. I never understood why people cover their heads when caught doing dirt and the cameras roll, when the photographers managed to get the flicks of the perps anyway. The news always presents the stories twisted. If it's not some missing white woman on CNN, it's another. I went to the bathroom and took a piss. When I came out, I borrowed Luther's cell phone to check my messages on my voicemail. I strutted drunkenly out of the joint with Luther's cell phone in my hand. There was a message from Livingroom Johnston. "Yo, Harlem, you ain't gonna believe this shit." I had an idea of what shit Livingroom was talking about. I was relieved, at the same time frustrated by the deck of cards life laid out for a soul brother. Violence was never been my shit. My shit was simply getting through the roller coaster zigzag of the everyday, the zigzag of continuous episodes in life. I punched in Livingroom's digits. The phone rang 5 times before he picked up. He had his music box turned up loud. There were voices in the background, women's voices. "Hello? Yo, this is Harlem. Can you believe this shit? That's some fucking crazy shit for real." Livingroom spoke in a high-pitched tone. "Motherfucking Tango and shit. Fuck that cat. Let him rot." "Shit, you got that right." "What is you doing in there?" "Harlem, I told you before I was having company. You're welcome to join us if you'd like." "Nah, I'm going to chill," I said. "I got to get up with you this week." "I ain't going to be around. I'm skipping town for a couple of days to Philly. I'll fill you in when I get back. Let me get back to these people." "All right, then," I said. "Be cool." Livingroom hung up the phone. Yep.